So I don't know your perspectives on this, but when it comes to the economics of AI, let's talk about that. And what do you think about this? And also tell me more about this bubble that you
Sure,
mentioned earlier. What's
sure,
this bubble and how does that tie to this here market data that I'm finding?
sure. So I am one of the few folks who is willing to openly talk about the idea of the AI industry, and I'll just call it industry to separate it from the tech industry as a whole. But the AI industry is a bubble that is set to burst at some point. So what does that mean? That means that the industry has basically taken a bet that the AI industry will grow and sustain itself based on revenue projections of the frontier organizations that will allow it to not only be widely adopted and that new things will come from it. So let me just kind of baseline the AI industry and why we are where we are now, because I think it's important. So the last major innovation that we had with generative AI, and a lot of people think that generative AI just started in the last 2 or 3 years. That is simply not the case. Generative AI as a concept traces its origins back to the 1950s. It has been through several what we call winters, which are periods of slowed down development. But if we fast forward, the last innovation was in 2022 with OpenAI's ChatGPT. That I think people are very familiar with ChatGPT at this point. So 2022, we're using large language models to do generative AI through chatbots. That's our ability to type in a request through a prompt and be able to get an output, right? So from that time, from that 2022 to now in 2025, there have been improvements to that large language model, right? So now we have we have competitors where we have the Geminis and Claude through Anthropic, and we have the open models through Meta's Llama and even some international models with like DeepSeek, right? So we have all these models that are trained off of several millions, and in some cases now I even saw a 3 billion parameter model recently. So it's massive amounts of data, and they are able to generate new text, new videos, new audio, and even new code, right? But here's the problem is that they're all found the foundation of them is the transformer model, right? And
Yeah.
the transformer model, in kind of layman's terms, is a predictive. It's a probabilistic model, not predictive. Excuse me, a probabilistic model, meaning that we're talking complex math and probabilistic, excuse me, outcomes, meaning that there's not a lot of certainty to the outcomes, right? And you can prove this to yourself by taking a prompt and presenting it to a large language model, and then a little later put the exact same prompt in, and you're not going to get verbatim responses, right? And you're like, well, why is that? It's because it's a probabilistic model. It's because it's designed that way, and why I'm emphasizing it so much is that in order for the AI industry to make money, people have to see AI as a reliable source of content,